All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about Joe Looney. Now, there are other people that we can think about that playing on this offensive line that probably can help us out, but I think that Joe Looney is built for this particular position. And here's why. The continuity. Remember, I'm always big on continuity. And on top of that, the center position, a lot of people think that it's an easy position, but no, it's one of the hardest positions to learn in the NFL. You touch the ball, not 90% of the time, not 80, but you touch the ball 100% of the time. Think about that. Let that sink into your mental. On top of that, when you think about this, what Joe Looney brings to the table, I will say this. When Dak Prescott was in his rookie year, guess who handed him the ball or gave him the ball? It was Jumbo Joe Looney. So I want people to understand that portion of it. Also, with Connor McGovern, I love his skill set. I love what he brings to the table, but we just don't know. We don't know if he's NFL ready, if he can do that same work action, dare I say, against pros. He did it in college, but let's see what he can do in the pros. That's the reality of it. We just don't know. So we have to look at this thing and say to ourselves, if there's going to be 100% competition out there, then nothing should be given to anyone, not even Joe, not even Jumbo Joe Looney. Now, in certain situations, I do like Jumbo Joe better as relates to when we run the rock. He's physical. He can get out to the edge. He can push around. He got speed and these sorts of things. He can pull. So I like that aspect out of him, even though he is the center. I just like it when he have those type of weird type of speed action. But in a center role, he's going to have different type of mindset. Let me repeat. He's going to have a different type of mindset, meaning that he's going to have to call out the mic, slide protection, understand what's coming in, be cognitive of the A-gaps, making sure that they're not sending blitz up the double A-gap or what have you. He got to also be able to be on the same page, dare I say, with Dak Prescott. Although I think that he have a better chemistry than a Connor McGovern. And my only battle cry for Connor will be this, nation. Dak Prescott can't hold out. No. They have to put in some work action together. They're going to have to see if they can develop a chemistry, a rapport with each other to see whether or not we can have let me see, how can I put this? A seamless unit. A unit whereas people won't look at it and say, okay, there's the chink in the armor. Oh, the center is young. Oh, the center, he gives away when he gives off a certain tendency when we know for sure that they're trying to run the ball. Or he can't disguise certain looks or what have you as it relates to when it's time to pass. Or certain audibles, certain twitch. Look, all of those things come into play, believe it or not. So what we're going to have to do is figure this thing out quicker and sooner. We can't wait to the last moment. And of course, we talked about the money earlier. Do the Cowboys got the money? Yes, they got the money. The issue is at hand is that I believe that Stephen Jones is a hoarder of money. He loved to collect so much money. He make those people that's out there trying to collect all of the tissue ashamed. But nothing wrong with what Stephen Jones is doing. I understand. We've been burned so many times in the past. But I'm going to repeat this out of what I said earlier on my live stream when we was live like 95 on the late night hype. I'm going to say this, just because somebody wearing gloves doesn't mean that their hands are clean. I'm going to repeat, just because somebody wearing gloves does not mean that their hands are clean, because you can still scratch certain places. You can still put your hands where they don't belong, and you can touch stuff. You might as well don't even have the gloves on if you don't change the glove. So what I'm trying to say to everybody is that we got this team that we're trying to formulate together. And we've been hearing this same story over and over and over and over and over again. This team It's not rebuilding. We have a window of time, a window of opportunity. No, 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 no. The opportunity and the time is right now. If you really want to win, if you want it so bad enough, you'll go out and fight for it type of stuff. We got to be able to look at this thing not just from the lenses of, okay, this happened and that happened. No, circumstances and events happen to everybody. It's the team that's prepared. I always say this, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. So, in order for this Cowboys team to be ready, locked, loaded, and focused in, we have to somehow figure out this offensive line. What to do with Connor McGovern. What to do with Connor Williams. What to do in a certain situation when Tyron Smith calls it quits. Not saying he quit you know what I'm talking about, when he retires. Not saying he quit, because none of these guys quit. They played or they playing a long time in the NFL. But we have to have a contingency plan. We have to have something in order. We have to be already understanding that this team right here, we have to play and we have to coach this team, collectively speaking, as if there's no tomorrow. There's no more, okay, let's just pump the brakes a little bit and wait for next week to resolve these issues. No, we've been waiting for 25 years and plus 25 years going on. We're going right into it. Might as well say it. 25 years we've been waiting for that moment of time. And trust me, we don't want to be looking at this thing saying, okay, maybe next year, maybe the year after that. And I'm not saying that, hey, I'm panickily loud. No. I'm not saying that I'm the person that's looking at it like, oh, we doomed. We gonna fail or what have you. But what I'm saying is that we have to start evaluating this situation. And I think that they're trying to head that way. We have to start evaluating the situation like this moment right here. We can win. We can figure out things in order to get this thing going in the right direction. But if we fool around and don't make the necessary adjustment this offseason, I don't think that Mike McCarthy will have the same longitude and latitude, dare I say, of a Jason Garrett. And that's just me just telling you guys the truth. So I think that Mike McCarthy, in order for him to make this impact, he must go out there and get the players that can make the plays. That's the reality. Now, I hear a lot of people talking about, well, don't do film on Snacks. Don't do film on Dontari Poe. Don't do film on this guy. No, player evaluation is 365. And just because we do film on it doesn't mean that when Law does a film on it, doesn't mean that we're going to sign them. And it does not mean that the Cowboys don't want to sign said player or the Cowboys are not interested. But what I'm saying is that there's another situation going on. Some of those guys, like Poe and Snacks or what have you, those big boys, they have not done their physical yet. They can't get their physical done. They can't get their physical completed. So that's an issue. We have to have a physical in order for the contract to go through according to the CBA. I just can't sell you a bill of goods and say that this person is okay off of my word. No, we got to have something tangible. We have to have results. Remember, everybody have a reason, but results are what matter. And in order for a contract to be agreed upon, both parties got to be, okay, this checks off, that check off. Okay, now what you're saying is truth. My eyes, can see better than what you're telling me, basically. I want to be able to make sure that before I sign the dotted line, that everything is okay. You can talk to me all day. As they say, you can lie to kick it. But I want something true. I want something real. I want something tangible that I can feel. You see how all of that goes together? One don't buy a house without the inspection. If I'm giving you a house For sale, of course, I'm not giving you anything, but if you buying a house from me, you just can't take my word alone. You'd say, yeah, law word is gold. But I trust you. But it's time for me to verify. Let me get my own inspector in. Let him go around and check out to see whether or not this person is saying the truth about his product, about his home, his real estate. The same thing is with these NFL players. Oh, Poe, he's okay, he can run. Oh, Snacks, he's okay, he can run. Or such and such, he's okay, he can run. Remember, they got to go through their physicals. And it's tight right now. We are in a serious situation. Things got to go through. So you guys know how that goes, right? And doctors are being stretched out far and thin. That's the reality of it. But as they say, you can't rush perfection. And you can't put toothpaste back in a tube. All of those sayings are right. Those old folks know what they're talking about, right? Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns, and however you feel about the Dallas Cowboys and what they're doing in this off season and beyond. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. Salute.